Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. It's Jo here. I hope you're all well and keeping safe. If you're new here, I'm Jo. I do craft videos. I do 3 a week and then I do a Poundland haul every fortnight, and I also show my charity shop finds because I do like a good look around the charity shops. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up, and if you leave a comment I will reply, and if you're not subscribed and you want to see more from me and join our family and friends, then it would be wonderful if you would subscribe. If you're returning, as always, my friends, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for your continued support. I love you guys so much, and yeah, we'll get into today's video. So for today's craft video, I wanted to do some butterfly jars and I wanted to make them into candlesticks, so we'll get into it. So the first thing I used was 2 glasses that I picked up in a charity shop. I had 5. I paid 99p for 5, and these are the 2 that I had left over from another project. So I'm going to be using them, and I'm going to be spray painting them gold in the metallic shimmering gold paint from Poundland. And I'm also going to be using some of the preserve jars. This is a pack of 3, again from Poundland, and I've had these a while. They have different coloured lids, but these ones have got gold, so I'm going to be using 2 of them. Then I'm also using some of the decorative paper stickers, the butterfly ones, again from Poundland, and I'm just going to use 2 of them to go in each of the jars. I'm going to use a mixture of flowers and foliage to decorate. And then I was going to use some card to paint some sky, but in the end I just did some grass in the colour green. You'll also need a glue gun, a pair of scissors, a pair of tweezers, and I think that's it. So yeah, we'll get into it. But the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go and spray paint these glasses in the gold and let them dry, and then we can carry on. All right. So I've sprayed the glasses and they're drying, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to paint the base of the lids in green. So I'm going to do a couple of coats of that, and then I did cut 2 pieces of card, and I was going to do some sky for the back of the jars in blue. I did do them to start off with, but in the end I decided to take them off. So now that everything's dry, I'm going to start to add some little flowers and leaves in place. I'm going to start off with this pink lily of the valley that I'm just going to stick into the back of the jar, and I'm making sure that the base of the jar is at the bottom, and we're going to have the bottom of the jar at the top. So I'm just going to stick 2 pieces of this in each jar. I'm going to do exactly the same that I do in one jar in the other jar, and then we can get on to the next step. I did like the look of the sky, but it was making it a bit too dark in the middle. You couldn't really see the flowers properly, so in the end I decided to take them off. So this is what it looks like with the 2 pieces of the Lily Valley stuck in the inside. And now for the base, I'm just going to add some bits of this greenery. I'm just going to cut it all first and get it all ready, and then we can get on to the next step. So this is where I decided to take the blue sky off the background, and I'm happy that I did. So I'm just going to take the other one off, and I just glued it around the outside of the jar just with a little bit of hot glue, so it was easy to remove. And now I'm going to start to add the little bits of greenery in the base of the lid. Now the lid has a rim around the inside, so you want to make sure that you stick it in the center and leave the outside rim free so that you can put the lid back on the jar. And now that I know that I can just glue the stuff in the center and leave the rim, I'm just going to glue some of the greenery so you can see where the rim is. So I'm just going to glue that in the center using a little bit of hot glue. And I'm going to do exactly the same with the other lid as well. So I've covered the base of the lid, leaving the rim, and now I'm going to add some leaves to the Lily of the Valley. These actually came on the bunch of flowers that the Lily of the Valley was on, so I'm just going to take some small sections and I'm going to glue this in between and around the outside of the flowers that are already in place. Now that I'm happy with the leaves and where they're stuck in, I'm going to now continue to work on the base. And I just want to add a little bit of colour, so I'm going to use a bit of this purple gypsy grass that I've got, and I'm just going to cut off some small sections. And then I'm going to glue that in between the greenery on the lids. Like so. So now our lids are done and our flowers are done on the inside. I'm going to add one of the butterflies to each of the jar. I'm just going to figure out whereabouts I want to stick it. And then I'm just going to add a little bit of hot glue to the back and then pop that in place. So I'm going to do exactly the same to the other one. And now we can add them to the glasses. So I'm just going to add a decent amount of hot glue around the rim of the glass. And then stick the jar in place. So because the lid of the jar isn't the same gold as the glass that I've spray painted, I'm just going to add a little bit of ribbon around the outside of the rim of the lid. And this is just some ribbon that I picked up from Poundland in the Christmas section. So I'm just going to add a little bit of hot glue to the end of the ribbon. Just pop it in place. Then I'm going to leave the ribbon without any glue on until I get to the other side, and then I'm just going to add a little bit of glue and then pop that down in place. So now the ribbon is in place, I'm going to add a little bit of decoration to one of the sides of the jars, and I'm just going to use some of the green leaves that we used inside the jar. Then I'm going to use a bit more of the pink lily of the valley and a bit of the purple gypsy grass just to finish off the side of the jar. So now I've done the decoration on each of the candlestick around the side of the lid of the jar. I'm going to do the same pretty much to the bottom as well on the other side. I'm going to use the same greenery, the same lily of the valley and some of the purple flowers that I used, and I'm just going to decorate the base. So I've done the greenery for now, and I've done exactly the same on the other one, and now I'm going to add some lily of the valley. And to finish off, just a few purple flowers. And now I've just taken 2 battery power candles and I've just added some gold tape around the outside of the candle, and these are just going to sit on top of the jars. And here they are. So I hope you like them. I think they're super cute, and you could do loads of different things with these. You could do Christmas ones and add snow and little snowmen and little Christmas decorations inside. You could do sea ones where you could add, like, you could do it dark blue and add a little bit of coral reef and some fake fishes. There's loads of different things that you could do, but I wanted to do some butterfly ones. And yeah, I've had this idea for a while and was waiting to do them, and I'm so glad that I did them today. So I hope you're all well and stay safe, everyone. I will see you on Monday for Monday's craft video. Take care.